Hello, and welcome to GOTHTOBER, a month-long Halloween spooktacular presented by KDU Campus Radio. I'm your host, the Marvelous Miss Maru. By day, I'm Sophie, game development student, degree, radio producer. But here and now, you may refer to me as Milady. Kidding. Maru. Oh, please, no. God, Maru. Maru. Just call me Maru. Just call me Maru. And I'm here with my equally spooky co-host.
Hi, my name is the Mysterious Miss Vanilla, and by day I go by Aina. I'm an entrepreneurial design student at KDU, but by night and sometimes also by day, I am Vanilla. So, hi. It's my first time on air, so I'm excited and a bit nervous to be on here.
Yay, nerves! So, GOTHTOBER, as the title suggests, is a gothic take on October. We're here to celebrate Halloween, kind of talk about it, really dip our toes into the culture.
And be all spooky.
And be spooky. Of course, the funny part about all of this is that my co-host and I, Miss Vanilla and I, both of us are horrible with horror?
Spooky, but not scary.
Yeah.
I can't do supernatural horror.
That's
the ironic part.
I can do supernatural horror, but it can't be Asian supernatural horror.
Oh yeah, because those are the scariest.
Yeah, those hit too close to home. Like, you want to talk to me about Annabelle? Fine, sure, but you show me a Thai movie, please don't. No.
Western movies are just like white people messes up in haunted house and gets messed
right?
up.
Meanwhile, like, I remember there was one Thai horror movie that came out where like a ghost came out in the movie theater, and I was like, I go to movie theaters. Oh no,
it's too relatable.
It's too relatable. But to keep us from going off topic, so this week we are going to talk mostly about Halloween culture here in Malaysia, and also on some of the gothic subculture fashion music here in Malaysia. Mm-hmm. So Vanilla, like, in your experience, what is Halloween like in Malaysia?
In my experience, I have not experienced Halloween that much in Malaysia, sad to say, because I feel like it's not really in our culture to celebrate Halloween. And like on October 31st, you don't really see anyone going trick-or-treating. And I feel like it's only in like the gated communities or like rich families who do like secret like Halloween trick-or-treat parties.
Wait, why would they have secret Halloween trick-or-treat parties? That sounds sketchy.
Maybe it's a cult that we don't know about.
Oh my god.
Death.
But yeah, like, Halloween over here, I've never really been exposed to it myself. Over here, it's mostly like, you want to buy a pumpkin and stick like some Mentos in it and call it a day.
Like, have you been trick-or-treating in Malaysia? Or have you been to a Halloween party in Malaysia?
The most I've done was I participated in a Halloween costume party at like Borders when I was like 10.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I came as a Jedi, and I was cool, and I had like a lightsaber, and they didn't give me a prize.
Before the reboot.
No, but it was like, I mean, I had such a cool costume. I'm still mad about this. All of you get to hear me be mad about this. I'm still mad because
you deserve that prize.
I deserve that prize. Yeah. And instead, the winner went to like a generic witch costume. Oh. But there was one kid who deserved his costume. He just stood there, and then when he had to introduce himself, he like fell to the ground, and his dad ran out and threw a sheet over him, and he just came back up, and he was like, "I'm a ghost."
Oh!
Spooky. Yeah,
that's creative. Yeah,
that was really creative. But that's kind of like the most Halloween culture you'll get here.
Yeah, that's the extent of it, and not much trick-or-treating here, but you have like Halloween parties at most.
Ooh, spooky.
Yeah.
So on that note, like, one of the things that gets really popular during Halloween is actually gothic fashion and culture.
Yep.
Miss Vanilla, you are like my personal authority on goth.
Yes, Miss Maru.
Yes. Why don't you tell us a little bit about where goth culture came from?
Okay. Goth culture, it's basically a subculture which originated from the music, which came out in about the 60s, which actually was an offshoot of punk music. But a lot of people mostly get into it for the fashion and the aesthetic. I think mostly because it's online and it's quite prominent, and it's a very visual thing, fashion.
Yeah,
so you always see like the aesthetic blogs and like, oh, YouTube hauls, like spooky OOTD and all that.
Wow. So if you just like wow. If you deck yourself in like all black and wear black lipstick, are you goth?
By formal definitions, not necessarily, because I think what defines you as like quote unquote true goth is whether you're really into the music. It's kind of like calling calling yourself emo without being into emo music, you know?
But then what if you're just actually really emo, but you don't listen to emo music? Can you be emo?
I don't know, that's a big question. I'm dead inside.
Oh my god, we're all dead inside.
This isn't emo-tober, it's goth-tober.
Oh my god. And we'll get back to the big questions after the hits. And welcome back to GOTHTOBER, a month-long spooktacular hosted by KDU Campus Radio. I am the Marvelous Miss Maru.
And I am the mysterious Miss Vanilla.
So, mysterious Miss Vanilla, my one personal authority on goth culture.
Yes, magical Miss Maru.
I wanted to make it like OTP, but I couldn't think of anything fast enough. Damn.
OTP, what?
Yeah, my one true personal goth.
OTPG.
OTP. Whatever.
Cool.
Cool. Blood. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So one of the biggest things about like gothic culture, fashion, whatever, is the makeup. Like in Japan, you see the visual kei artists. There's like a lot of emphasis on pale skin, like dark eyes, and maybe like the black lipstick and everything.
And then you also have gothic Lolita, which is not really related to goth, but it's like sort of similar.
That one, like gothic Lolita, is more like gothic, like the art.
More like gothic as in the literature, like rather than like the 60s Western music.
Okay. So, what would you say are like your staples of goth makeup for you? Like, what do you do to become like your gothiest? We're saying goth too much.
It's Gothtober.
Gothtober.
Here's
Okay.
the season.
What do you put on your face like to become your gothiest in the morning?
Well, first of all, you gotta be dead inside.
No, it's what's outside that counts, not inside.
Like, I think the most prominent thing where, like, if an outside person looks at you and say, like, oh, you're goth, would be black lipstick.
Oh.
But I also know that black lipstick is kind of, like, intimidating to pull off if you're, you know, just getting into it. Yeah, you're just getting into it. It's intimidating, but it's, like, one of the most striking things.
Okay.
Yeah, I would also suggest, just in general, dark colors or like cool colors, because when you think of goth and like fall and stuff, you don't really think of like bright warm colors. It's like it's not summer, you know.
So I can't be like a bright yellow summer goth.
There is such thing as beach goth, but that's another thing. But I'm talking about like what outside people see. You know, what they assume to be goth.
Oh, the general perception.
Yeah, the general
of goth
perception is very like, oh, black lipstick and like pale skin. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to have pale skin to be goth. Because
I guess like the assumption is more like sunken, dead-looking skin.
Yeah, it's
just
just
what if I want to be a goth with like a healthy complexion and my zits aren't there? Like,
well, health goth is also a thing.
Everything is goth. Every goth.
That's the issue also though, because there's a lot of subcultures, so it kind of like branches.
The goth itself is a subculture though.
Yeah, so it's like a subculture with subculture, and it branches out a lot. And I guess like sometimes it loses its meaning for better or worse.
This just makes me think of Neopets. You know how in Neopets you have a pet, then your pet can have a pet.
Wow.
And apparently your pet can have a pet.
It's petception.
Yeah, it sounds like that. God. Anyway, right? So.
But yeah, I would say number one, black lipstick.
Black lipstick.
What about you?
I have to agree with the whole dark lipstick thing. Like, that's one of the most striking things. I have been able to pull off goth, like, without going straight into the black lipstick.
Oh, yeah.
It took me a bit to... Yeah, it took me a bit to kind of ease into black lipstick. I mean, I was with you for a while. We were, like, just using eyeshadow crayons.
Yeah,
right?
it works though. Like, here's a tip. Like, you can, if you don't want to...
Hot goth pro tip.
Hot goth makeup tip from your resident goth Vanilla. If you don't want to buy black lipstick, you can try it out by using eyeliner or like those crayon liners for your eyes. You can just put it on your lips. Like, I cannot guarantee whether it's like safe or healthy, so don't try to lick your lips or try to eat the crayon and stuff.
I think it's not so bad though, because it's like, you know, lipstick needs to be eye safe if you're gonna put it near your eyes.
Yeah.
But if you're more or less doing like putting eye stuff on your mouth, it's not so bad. Just don't straight up eat your eyeshadow.
Yeah, just don't burn the crayon.
Don't vor the crayon. Yeah, don't do
that. Because that's how I started too. I also used eyeliner on my lips.
God.
It's like life hack.
Yeah. Goth hack. Yeah.
But you're right. It is possible to look quote unquote goth without wearing black lipstick. Like sometimes on my lazy days, I wear a cool colored lipstick, maybe like a gray lipstick or a beige lipstick or a grayish. Yeah, those kind of things. No!
Yeah, I've been able to pull off goth with like a very dark brown before. But it leans less goth nowadays because, nudes and dark browns have become more mainstream nowadays. That's more synonymous with, say, like insta-baddie fashion and subculture.
Oh boy, yeah.
Yeah, with the big bold brows and the thick winged eyeliner
and the baking.
Bake.
I'm hungry.
I'm hungry. Have you had lunch?
No, I haven't.
Oh, same. Okay. We should have a goth lunch after this.
Good idea.
Good idea. Alright, so before we end this, like, would you give us like some recommendations of like your favorite goth makeup?
Goth makeup, okay. I think my number one like OG goth like accessory cosmetics is Kat Von D's liquid lipstick. Because I feel like that saved my life. It's basically like the staple for me. Like if you want black lipstick, if you want like a good opaque black lipstick, like go for Kat Von D. Like yeah, it's like 99 ringgit, but it's like really worth it. A cheaper alternative, if like you're just starting out, you're not sure whether you really want to drop like 100 ringgit on lipstick, is that Maybelline has their Loaded Bolts collection.
Oh yeah, the black one, right?
Yeah,
Pitch
they have a black one, and I use that for like my
lazy days.
Yeah, my lazy days. Like if I don't want to have like such a bold black lip, it's more like a subtle black lipstick.
Yeah,
look.
since the texture is creamier. I mean, it's still a matte finish, but since it's creamier, like it isn't so severe, I find.
Yeah, and you can kind of layer it on, kind of, and like you can also use it to darken your current lipsticks. For example, if you have like a nude lipstick, you can add it with a black lipstick, so it looks a bit like dark and grayish.
Yeah, and someone's like, "Ooh, your lipstick! I love it. What do you have on it? Death!
Yay!"
Wow. Okay. So
What about you? What cosmetic product would you recommend for like a goth look?
Okay, well, since you already did lipstick, for me, like, just to get on lipstick a little bit, like, I don't have Kat Von D's black liquid lipstick, but I do actually have a ColourPop one. It was a gift. It's called Black Friday. The finish is also matte, and it's not as... I find like it's not as nice as the Kat Von D one, like if you want to debate on texture or whatever.
Because the ColourPop is matte, right?
Oh, and they're both matte, but the ColourPop one, like, they're matte lipsticks. They really dry, you know?
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
That's a factor to consider with liquid lipstick.
Yeah, I feel death. But,
I'm dead inside.
Exactly. But, I mean, since we're thinking about, like, other things, I think that a goth look is really complemented by, like, a thick, bold brow. Your eyebrows, like...
Yes.
Eyebrows really frame your face, and it's not complete. Like, yeah, okay, fine. You know, your mouth is like you have the pout. There's a black lipstick. It's a statement.
Yeah.
But then, you know, if you have like the good eyebrows and you do like the subtle eyebrow quirk, it just strikes instant fear into the hearts of many. I love it.
Nice.
I live for it. I'm dead for it.
I love being terrifying.
Yeah! And I think that wraps up today's show. Thank you so much for tuning in to our first episode of GOTHTOBER. We
Thanks
hope
for
to see you
joining us.
next week. I am the Marvelous Miss Maru.
And I'm the mysterious Miss Vanilla.
And we will see you next week. Bye!
Bye!